Hey everybody. So it's been a little bit longer than I planned on making this next video because we've been doing so much work with our new house and the new property and everything else. But I kind of want to show you guys the setup that I've set up for the deer and basically what I did these first like 2 weeks that we moved in to start getting this property up and running for deer. We've already had a ton of deer coming in, daylighting on camera. Now obviously it's very early in the year, so their patterns are going to completely shift and change over time. But I wanted to give you guys kind of a brief overlay of what I decided to do with this property. And so we're working on a relatively small piece of ground. And what I did first was I went ahead and got our lovely corn feeder in. The nice thing about North Carolina, the Carolinas down here in the south, is that we can bait. So even though I have a smaller property and I can't make some giant food plot, I can at least get some bait out here and kind of attract the deer in. On either side of this property are fields. So all the way down there and all the way up there are fields, ag fields. And so my kind of theory coming into the property was the deer would basically spend most of their nights out in the fields feeding, and they would spend their early mornings and their late evenings kind of here in our woods, because this is kind of like the loading dock area for before it's, you know, dark enough for them to feel comfortable being here. Something just went bump in the woods. I think it was a squirrel. Wasn't a deer. Doesn't matter. So I got the food plot up and we set up a couple cameras. I've got a satellite camera and a regular trail camera. The second thing I did was I cleared out a relatively small plot of ground. We have a lot of tree cover, but this spot's a little bit more open than a lot of everything else in the woods on our property. So I put in a food plot, cleared out the ground, raked it up, fertilized it and put the seed in. And you know, it's just started to sprout the clover. I got very shade tolerant clover planted in here, and I'm just gonna, you know, basically cart it water for like the next week and a half until we start getting some actual rain, and then it should take off pretty well on its own. It's probably a 10 foot by 10 foot square space, so it's not a lot. But the thing is we're not going to outcompete like the cornfield to my right. What we're really doing is just giving the deer a reason to kind of hold here and kind of stay here for longer in those late evenings and early mornings. And if we can make them want to stay here for that last half hour of daylight, that's the opportunity that I need to be able to hunt here. Put up a ladder stand. There it is. No reason to have just a climber when it's your property, so I put together a nice ladder stand and secured it nice and tight. We're going to put some covers on it and everything else and really blend it in. It's kind of got this nice little, it's hard to tell, it's got this tree growing branches over across it, so by the time you're up where the deer more than likely will be, it's got a decent amount of foliage breaking it up, but it's not so much that I can't shoot through it with a bow, so that's pretty solid. The only thing left to do really is kind of, I already started doing it, but pulling in as much cover as I can. You can see this little pile of branches and stuff that I have. Stuff over by the house that we don't really want anymore. You can actually see, spinning y'all all around, my house isn't very far away. It's about 100 yards to our back porch from here. So we're hunting pretty close to the house. That doesn't seem to have bothered the deer any, which is good. I think they got pretty used to human habitation around these parts. But basically my game plan is to build up brush on 3 sides. So the side between here and the house, the side between that field, and the side between that field. And then the only open side really is going to be facing back into deeper into the woods, deeper into our property. My thought process kind of being, one, I want the animals to feel more comfortable here so that they'll stay longer. Cover does that, and makes them feel like they're kind of hidden away. The other thing is that I really wanted the deer to feel encouraged if they are shot by me, for instance, to run. Sorry, there's noises and I'm paying attention to that more than you guys. If they are shot, I want them to run deeper into our property. So we've got acreage going back that way, and I want to have as much space as possible so that the animals are most likely to go down on our property. There's also a slope to this property. The whole thing goes downhill. And so my best guess would be if an animal is hit somewhere in here, they're going to go back into the left, which would give us the longest amount of time before they exit our property, a couple hundred yards, which would hopefully be enough for them to drop, or at least bed down. And the placement of the ladder stand gives me a pretty solid view going down the hill as well. So it's a very good spot. I'm excited about it. We've seen a lot of good deer sign. I'll attach some of that here. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a good season. I think it's gonna be a fun season. There's some deer around. I haven't seen, it's hard to tell what you're looking at right now as far as bucks go because it's so early in the season. They don't have hardly anything growing yet. I do see some males, some bucks in there though, and a lot of does, and they've been really hammering this spot pretty hard. They haven't been on the clover yet, which is good because it's young and it needs to grow. Got a little salt lick over there as well underneath one of the trees. So I'm trying to give them lots of reasons to want to be here and lots of reasons to take interest in this area. And yeah, we'll just have to see. Just keeping my fingers crossed that they stay as active as they are now once we get to deer season. So wish us best luck. I'll keep you guys updated as we keep going. But yeah.